I'm kind of in a pickle. This is going to get a lot harder before it gets easier. It all sort of levels out at the top there. What I could do is just backtrack, go up there and then down along here, and then get back on the route and go across that way. Or I could try and struggle up here.
Keep that bar. Drop aside. Down.
You right there, ladies and gents, how is it going? I am out on the T.E.T, the Trans-Euro Trail, and I'm riding like a complete noob. Yes, I am down in Devon at the moment. I've been staying in Cornwall, but now I am in Devon, and yeah, we're doing some of the Great Western Trail. Would be if I could get off the bike. Yeah, doing some of the Great Western Trail. I'm headed towards Exeter, where I've got accommodation for the night booked. Yeah, I thought it'd be good fun to hit a few trails on the way through. But yeah, most of the lanes I'm going to be doing, or pretty much all the lanes I'm going to be doing today, will be T.E.T. I was chatting to a local yesterday, and he gave me some pointers. There is going to be one or two that I will miss out from my original plan. He said they're a little bit tricky, and I'm out by myself, and they're sort of all unknown to me. Now, the start of those lanes were pretty slimy, and even though I've got brand new tyres on, I was spinning around on them quite a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on the rest of the day. Now, like I say, I've got brand new tyres on the bike. I've got Motorz Tractionator RAL-Z, or RALs, depending on how you pronounce it. And on the tarmac, I'm incredibly impressed compared to the Motorz Tractionator Adventures, which I had previously. So much more confidence inspiring on the tarmac, even when it gets wet. So yes, the tread pattern works well with tarmac, and it is still quite aggressive. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on the trails. This stuff's absolutely fine, but you could pretty much do this stuff on Road Rubber. I'm currently using the Ordnance Survey app, which I like. It's easy to make routes with. I really like that aspect of it, but it isn't so easy to actually operate. Yeah, it switches itself off, well, not switches itself off, but turns the screen dark and stuff periodically, normally when you just need it to not be dark. But yeah, hopefully they'll iron out the bugs. Not that it's a new app, they should already be ironed out. As you can see, I'm using the Drewsteignton Blizzard saddlebags today to carry all my luggage home. I recently did a video on how to fit them to the bike, so if that interests you, check out some of my older stuff. Now then, which way am I going here? Looks like I'm going down through there. Don't want to trespass, but I think this is the way. Hello cows, moo! I came down to Cornwall yesterday. Well, actually I came down to Cornwall the day before after a ride out I'd organised with some of my subscribers, and yeah, come down to Launceston and stayed the night down there. Then yesterday we did a little trip with another YouTuber I follow called Saddlebag73. Really nice guy. He's got some Royal Enfields, and I think he's got another bike, I don't know. And he has been exploring an awful lot of the T.E.T down these neck of the woods with his mate Dave, and it sort of inspired me to do this ride today. I was like, yeah, why not? How do we get into there? Okay, it's there, like that. Yeah, so he'd through his videos encouraged me to come down this way and do this, and I thought, what perfect timing after doing his social ride that he organised yesterday, which was incredible. 40 odd riders I reckon there was, and we split into two groups, and it wasn't trail riding. Oh man, this is slimy. Interested to see how the tyres get on this, and yeah, make the most of being down this part of the woods to play on these lanes on the way home. Yeah, the hotel is one that I've been to before, over a decade ago, which I didn't realise at the time when I booked it. And yeah, I was best man to one of my Navy oppos, and that was where they had the wedding reception. And it was an awesome evening, mainly because I went home with one of the barmaids. I'm a bit lazy, I'm sitting down, I know I should stand up, especially as it feels like quite a low traction sort of area, but I'm just like, can't be bothered at the moment. I hope that doesn't bite me. Those that have not come across my channel before, I'm not a hell for leather kind of rider, I'm a pootler, and sometimes that doesn't work in my favour. Oops, stalled. Just like there. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of ruts, and I should probably get myself into the middle one. But I'll just pootle along, just pootle along. Often the middle rut is the skinniest rut, but I think in this case I am wrong. Slime time. Tyres are coping well. Right, let's try and cross into the middle here. Should be easier if it doesn't get deep. It just turns into the edge rut. I kind of feel like I need to try these tyres out on my familiar lanes rather than ones I'm not familiar with, because I'm always going to be wobbly on the new lanes to myself, whereas the familiar ones I know what grip I'm used to having. Hello, doggo. Hello. 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 Please don't run in front of me, dog. Thank you. Didn't want to rev my engine at it, but I needed to bark. He wanted to bark, needed assertiveness, I needed to show more. And yes, out of my way. Lovely. Barkage. Woof. Right, well that's a sign I always like to see normally, but I'm pretty sure Dave told me there was one lane along this route which might be a bit tricky. I don't really want to have to turn the bike around, so and it does look like it could be a little bit rutted, so I'm just going to find a suitable place to put a stand down and just check out what we've got up ahead of us. Now if I was with other people I would probably give that a go, and I know it's not a very long one and it could well be absolutely fine in a minute, but I think putting my sensible head on, this should be one I miss out. Yeah. And by myself, I don't like turning the bike around, particularly on narrow trails. So, yeah, sensible head time, I think, and do what you can do when you think you can do it, as opposed to risking damage or injury. Right, let's work out where I can go bypass this. So, I can just go back the way I came, and then back up that road and join up on there. Okay, no, I think this is the one that he said not to go on. I pretty much think it is. Oh, and I'm glad. I'm glad he did give me some tips, that's for sure. Signpost to where that place is, Croyton Church and something like that, but yeah. Right, so we're just coming up to where that little lane would have come out. Let's see what it's like this side, eh? Tarmac this side. It's a no-through road. Yeah, I don't know. That would have been quite steep and quite short because half of it is tarmac. I might well have been able to do it. But brute force and ignorance is not the best plan when you're by yourself. If I was on the beta, probably have attempted it, no problem. Whether I'd have succeeded, different thing altogether. Alright, what's this one all about then? A little bit rocky, bit of a drop off there. Let's get stood up on the pegs like a real pro. This is proper jagged rocks. Yeah. Bit of water on it, this is kind of cool. I guess water shows you the easiest route down, but not necessarily the best route. Let's get out of that little ditch there and back up on the pegs. Now, I think this is just a short lane, this one, just a short one. And so far the tyres are doing grand on this sort of surface, which is sort of a rocky mud. Let's see how they get on with this mucky bit here. No problem at all. So with these rails, these tractionator rails, what they've done is they've closened the gap or the offset of the tread between the chunks, and I think, as predicted, or I predicted, it's meant that the sideways grip is reduced compared to the Tractionator Adventures, whereas the forward grip is possibly slightly improved. So if I was driving on, I'd probably be okay, because I'd be able to use forward momentum to sort of keep me going on track, but because I'm going slower, the lack of sideways grip is actually causing me a bit more of a hindrance compared to how it would be if I was on the Tractionator Adventures. Now, a few of my subscribers have said that I'm quite a competent off-road rider, and I disagree. I'm definitely not a competent off-road rider. I can ride my familiar lanes reasonably well because they are familiar lanes, and new stuff is a whole different ball game for me. So yeah. So those people that I've asked to show me around their neck of the woods, please bear that in mind. Don't try and kill me. I am distinctly mediocre or average at best, and new stuff is quite scary. So this is nice, going through all this. I guess we're up on Dartmoor now. Yes, it looks sort of Dartmoor-ish, doesn't it? Yes, I'm not a great rider, so if this isn't the kind of video for you, you want some expert hard enduroist, go find another channel. If you just want to enjoy someone meandering through some puddles at a very slow pace, enjoy the countryside, then maybe this is alright for you. I have to say, standing and sitting, I don't notice the Drewsteignton Blizzard saddlebags at all. They are the L, the large, and I can't feel them at all on the back of my legs or when I sit down, stand up or whatever. This is really lovely. I'm not very able to enjoy the scenery too much, just because I'm making sure I don't die. Don't die. That's always my top tip for the day. It's so nice riding these lanes. I've seen so many of the YouTubers I follow riding along here, be it Saddlebag 73 or Epic Motorcycle Adventures and a few others, and yeah, it's great to actually go out and experience the trails that they've been riding for a while on their videos. I'm wondering if the trail I didn't do is one of the ones that Mark from Epic Motorcycle Adventures has as one of his nemesis. He's got a GS 1250, massive great motorcycle, and he refuses to accept that it's a massive great motorcycle. And very good on him for doing that. I wouldn't at all. But I'm not big and strong. Just wait the sat-nav back up. Now, from watching his videos, I'm not sure whether it was the one the other side of that, or there's one up this way that is his nemesis, but I've seen him coming this way, so it could quite possibly be coming up. I don't know. Hopefully nothing scary, because this ain't a little bike. This ain't a little bike by a long shot. I'm actually going to go for a spin with Mark from Epic Motorcycle Adventures in North Devon sort of way at some point in the summer, hopefully. He was one of the peoples that got in touch with me about showing me around and stuff like that, so I'm really looking forward to that. I really am. He's got some gorgeous scenery, and hopefully he'll keep everything reasonably easy going. Although for that one I will be on the beta, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's like probably cheating being on the beta when he's on the Beamer. But it's just pure for convenience. It means I can just throw the beta in the back of the van and bomb it down the A38 or whatever road it is to get to North Devon, park up in a car park and sleep in the van overnight, and then meet up with him in the morning. Whereas if I go on this, I've either got to get myself accommodation, a hotel, B&B or something like that, or bring all my camping stuff. And although that is an option, the convenience of just being in the back of the van will make life a lot easier. I mean, technically I might be able to fit this in the van, I don't know, I've not measured. I just assumed that I wouldn't be able to get this in there because it's quite tall with that screen. Yeah, I need to get the measuring stick out. Moo! Hello cows! Hello cows! So all this stuff is pretty easy peasy. It's not really even green lane this, it's all sort of surfaced and semi-maintained, but it's still lovely getting out on this sort of stuff, out on the wilds, out away from the proper tarmacked roads and all that, isn't it? And wow, bit of scenery. I can actually look at some of that now on an easier lane. Still going straight on. But yeah, this is all Dartmoor, this is all Dartmoor. Cool little shed. But some lovely little trails, some like this, some muddy, some a little bit more complicated, and some which are a bit beyond my solo ability out in the wilds. Don't really want to have to call search and rescue out looking for me. A bit embarrassing, just to say the least. Hello there, mother sheep. Hello there, baby lambs. You the cutest. Oh, look at their little wacky tails. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, they're going to lose them tails soon. Going to lose them tails soon. See the bands on them. Oh, poor little things. Right, so after a little detour of going the wrong way up the main road, I'm back on track. Yes, I had app issues. Again, Ordnance Survey app. It decided it didn't want to follow me anymore, and it made me think that I was in a different place on the map. Yeah, trickster. I don't know if this is technically a green lane, but it's got green bits in the middle. It's good enough for me. Another one saying unsuitable for motors. But we'll give it a go. It's a bit skinnier than the last one, but I think it's going to be a bit more manageable, less rutty and stuff. It's all this chipping stuff though, which is a bit hard to maintain good grip. Oh, big old slide on that. That's the trouble, isn't it? That's the trouble when you transform grip from not much to none. The wheel will spin if you're not careful. Right, let's try and get stood up. Oh. Oof. That's warm me up again. Going slowly, but chugging. This thing is a star at chugging. This rut situation again, it's not deep, but it just scares me. Don't know why. I think it's just because when the bike tips, it just goes so quickly on you as you fall over the rut, and there's just not really a lot you can do. You just got to try and get your legs out of the way. But it's getting better. Surface is getting better. Ooh. Well, that was a good little workout on that first part of this. A good bit of fun, a nice bit of slippage and all that stuff. Just trying to relax myself a little bit now, just so I can get the arm pump back to a nicer level. Through the puddles, no problem. So we're getting into a rutty bit again. Alright, let's try and have some confidence in what you're doing. Just let it beat your brain. Oh, this is really pretty though, really pretty. Seems to be quite a bit of grip on this, not that I'm pushing or anything, but the rails seem to be okay on this. It's a slimy goop that I'm more interested in how they perform, because that's the real tell, isn't it? Oh, right, okay, let's go downhill now, drop down a gear. And this is where the ruts get intimidating. It's because the bike can kind of run away from you when you're going downhill. Yeah, they don't even have to be that deep when you've got big tyres, for the bike to feel like it's fighting them. And the moment you fight them, I'm pretty sure that's where I go wrong all the time. This is all very doable. It's not difficult. I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill. I know I am. On the beta, no problem. If I was less anxious about being by myself, then no problem. Ugh. Right, so this is the byway to Wanson on the Dartmoor Way. Right, it's a little bit of a rock thing there. We look alright. There we go. Nice. This looks like it should be quite a nice little ride through here. Oop, he says. Something kicked up behind me there. Just not trusting the tyres at the moment. And it's not because they're not doing what I'm asking them. I'm just second guessing them. And they are squirming more than the Adventures used to when they were new. But they're not coping. They're not coping. That's the words. But yeah, there's definitely more sideways movement on these than there is with the Adventures, which didn't surprise me. It does sort of put me off trying any more 50/50 or less dirt focused tyres than these though, because this stuff here is the bread and butter around Surrey and Sussex, sloshy stuff. So I don't want to lose ability for the sake of gaining road ability. I don't mind a little sacrifice, but not a lot of sacrifice. Yeah, forward traction is brilliant with these. Tractionator by name, tractionator by nature. Yeah, they're good on the forwardness, possibly even better than the Adventures. But yeah, side to side, definitely less. It's so nice experiencing new places on this bike, new trails, new green lanes. It's very easy to fall into the trap of just doing your local loops all the time. So this is absolutely awesome to have a go at. I'm guessing I'm going down there. Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice seeing a few other bikes out today. Not that you'll have seen them because I'm only recording the bits on the trails. Oh, let's get in the middle. Yeah, lots of groups of bikes out enjoying the nice bank holiday weather. I'm certainly enjoying the nice bank holiday weather and the trails. Not seeing anyone else out on them. Not on a motorbike anyway. So yeah, I wonder if I will come across anyone. Hopefully not coming the other way too quickly, because I don't know if I'll be able to stop. Yeah, beaten by the ruts, and they're not even big ones. Stupid. Wish I could get it out of my brain and work out how to do them. But they just scare me. Like I say, I just get like that. The bike leans into it, and then the tyre grips it, and then I struggle. Right, try on the right hand side where it's a bit wider, because you have car tyres down the sides, haven't you? Just got to remember to keep that toe in. Glad it's an uphill. Uphills are easier generally. Quite steep this, but it's not difficult because there's loads of grip with these little pebbly things in the mud here. Definitely feeling like I'll be losing the adventure suit soon. It's warming up enough to be out in more summery appropriate clothing, that's for sure. Wow, that was fun. That was fun. Well, this public byway is Fingle Bridge. This is steep. Wow, Fingle Bridge, you are steep, and there's no ground on me on the other side. Oh, wow. Am I stuck on a rock? Oh. Wow, this is quite a challenge. There's a big old 4x4 truck coming down behind me. They'll probably do this no bother. This is really quite steep. Oh. Now I think I was told that this stuff is done in car time trial rally things, going up it, hill climbs or something, right? So it is doable, but that was really steep there, I would have probably found it easier to climb it rather than descend it. I didn't say send it, I said rather than descend it. I've lost track of what I was saying, but it was along the lines of everything I'm showing you on the video is the more tricky stuff along the way, so you can see that it's not all that tricky. Although if you're coming down this way, that is steep. Just so you got a heads up, Fingle Bridge. I think Saddlebags mentioned this one and said I hope you're doing it, and yes mate, I am. I didn't know I was until I got here. But yes, I think I recall seeing this in some of your videos, and you went up it like a brave boy. I went down it like an idiot. Awesome. Yeah, they put like cars up here, like old classic cars, doing rallies and trials and stuff. Brilliant. Thank you. Wow, it's proper clamber. I think actually I could have possibly struggled climbing this. I mean, there's no reason to. I mean, I've got grip going down, although I'm going to wear through my rear brake pads if I'm not careful. Let's try a little bit of front, not too much. Oh. Yes mate, Saddlebags, this is awesome. This is awesome, even if I am wobbling down it like a complete newbie. But I don't think I could stop in a hurry if I went any faster than I'm going. Yeah. Oh, there goes the engine. Yeah, okay, this is possibly the trickiest bit of the day. If you're coming down it, and I imagine it's a bit of a challenge going up it too, because it's very steep, very steep. On a dual sport enduro or something like that, you'll have no bother. On an adventure bike, mid-size, you'll probably be fine. Big GS could be a bit of a challenge. I don't know if Mark, I don't know if Epic Motorcycle Adventures has done this yet. It'll be interesting to see if he has. I'll have to ask him. That's the thing, the bike just runs away from you the moment you give it just the tiniest little blip of throttle to get it moving. It just goes. So I'm trying not to let it go. Brilliant, this is awesome. Cheers. Thanks mate. Yeah. Does look indeed a good place to stop. Righty, so this one could potentially be a steep one. I think it's going up a hill. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going up a hill. It's not steep yet. Yeah. Going sideways, going sideways. Yeah, chugging along here. This is really quite slippery, this little bit here, and it's rutted. Oh, back end's going sideways. This is where having a smaller bike really has its advantages, because the weight is just not intimidating there. So this isn't the steepest climb we've done today, but it's the steepest one with slime, or less grip. We're going down that way whether we like it or not. No sideways grip on these tyres. Not when it's yeah, just the traction control's kicking in there. Let's get some momentum. He says not getting any momentum. Oof. I know it's all technique, and you could do a lot harder stuff on a lot lesser tyres, but I just don't have the technique. Bit of water coming up. Guess I'm going to have to be bold. It doesn't look like it's that far, but it could be deep. Can I get a side stand down there? Can't really turn around here, so I'm going to have to go through whatever. Let's see if we can find something to do a depth test. Is that a loose stick there? Yes, it is. So we're all good here. All good here. All good. All good. It looks like it's all good. Yeah, it's actually quite a solid base. But we'll check it out, because there could be a big old deceptive wheel spin right in the middle of it or something. Oh, what a bastard. All right, mate. Roosted me. What a trickster. Look at the state of that. Ah, comedians. Don't know why I'm worried. I'm about to go through a bloody great big puddle. Awesome. Right, let's go. This is where we find out how waterproof the endurance stands are. Lovely jubbly, no problem at all. But they had a really nice surface, hard surface underneath it, so that wasn't a struggle for the bike, or me really. Oh gosh, these ruts are deep, foot pegs getting knocked by the side of it. Well, even if I was splashed by them, it's nice to see other bikes out on the route today. This will be a toughness test for these endurance stand saddlebags. They're getting scraped along the side here of this hedgerow. Oh, as am I. Now it's getting a bit. Bit tricky there, manageable. Again, the ruts sort of help me with this, because I've got the forward traction with these tyres, but not sideways, so the rut keeps me going in a straight line with that rear wheel. It's tiring bashing off the shrubs, but I just don't want to risk getting cross-rutted or going into the skinny rut in the middle and struggling on that. So the devil you know and all that, isn't it? Not that any of this is known to me. Good, awesome, we are done. But that was a tricky one, that was a tricky one. But all doable on a medium-sized adventure bike with mediocre skills. Right, well I've just missed out another part of it. I didn't even bother going to look for the trail because I'm pretty sure that Dave said that this bit that I've just missed out was a tough bit. Yeah, I'm being a bit of a chicken today, and I think it's good for me to be doing that with how I'm struggling on some of the other bits. I think it is just wise. I'm just hoping that the bit I missed out was the bit that he told me to, not this bit, which is the bit that I'm on. Yeah, to be seen. What we're going here. Oh wow, this is looking a bit gnarly. Keep your feet on the pegs, mate. You really don't want to fall into that ditch. I am a bit concerned about this. I'm wondering if maybe this was the bit that he said to avoid. I don't know. Right. Let's have a look at the map and I'll bring you right back. Right, so looking at this map here, you've got a lot of contours all very close together, indicating that what we're doing is going up is pretty steep, and I know the camera doesn't show it, but that looks pretty steep there. And you've got this massive great rut down that side there, which I have no idea if I fall into, if I'll be able to get out of it further up or not. I have only come a little way, but I'm not going to easily be able to turn the bike around here. I'm kind of in a pickle. This is going to get a lot harder before it gets easier. It all sort of levels out at the top there. What I could do is just backtrack, go up there and then down along here, and then get back on the route and go across that way. Or I could try and struggle up here. If I was with someone else, I'd try and struggle up here. Instead of which, I've got to try and struggle back down, which is not going to be easy. I'll probably leave the camera on for this because it could be interesting. Because I'm not going to be able to turn around. Not without potentially getting stuck. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll wing it. But ignition off for it, whatever. Okay, so I know back there's not too complicated. It gets narrower though. But that rut does disappear a bit. So what I'm going to try and do, if I can, is sort of back it up going down there, using the clutch as a rear brake, and see how we get on. Because I don't feel confident that I can get up there safely. It's the only way I can see how to do it. It's going to be slow, and trying to get a feel for the bite of that clutch, to use it as a slow rather than a stop. And it's weird getting used to doing the opposite action than you do on a brake. That's it, gone into the slimy ditch, which isn't really what I wanted to do. But now it's what it is. I'm certainly not feeling I'm going to get out of that in a hurry. Whee! Right, well hopefully the video caught that. I managed to get the bike turned around. Once it flattened out a little bit. It's a bit of a struggle getting it from that rutty bit which I dropped into. But yeah, we got there, Yeah, so we're just going to scoot around that lane. Another one I just didn't feel up to doing. If I was going down it, might have been a completely different story, because at least then I'm facing in the right direction for easy push it out type scenario. But yeah. Well, I don't think much more of the ride for me today towards Exeter is on any trails or green lanes, whatever you want to call them. It's all going to be stuff like this with beautiful views obviously, but not green lanes. So I think that is about all I'm going to video from today's ride. I hope you've enjoyed what I've put together from this, and if you're planning on doing the T.E.T down here, you find it helpful on some of the places to avoid. What I'll try and do, if I can work the tech, is put some timestamps to where I've missed trails and see if I can put like I don't know, a GPS coordinate or something as a pop-up on the screen, or as a chapter, just put information on which lane it is that I've missed out. But I'm not very clever, so I might not be able to do that. But this has been amazing for me. It's been really good to explore some new places. I would have rather had someone else with me. Then I would have attempted the ones that we didn't, and had they all gone a bit wrong, I'd have had someone to help me out. But we didn't die, and that's the main thing, isn't it? We had a smile on our face. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's a blooming great big win. Anyhowsals, right, that's it. If you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a little thumbs down. I don't mind, I'm not precious. But whatever you do, please do drop in a comment. I very much enjoy hearing from you. Anyhowsals, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
Keep that bar. Rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bar. Rubber side down.